Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Some of the moments you are about to see today were so surprising that even the people who recorded them had to watch the footage twice. Let's see which detail you notice first in these unexpected seconds. Welcome to our channel. Oh my God, the moment when driving skills become a superpower. Comment number 9 if you've ever encountered this situation. This is where prime delivery turns into prime sprint. It seems the camera was merely playing the role of a helpless spectator that day. In your opinion, should such attention-grabbing actions in public be considered a joke or a violation of social order? Safety remains the #1 priority. Have you ever encountered or witnessed a similar incident while riding a bicycle or motorbike? On Sunday, April 12th, a controlled explosion caused the collapse of an old 23-story hotel on the island. Brickell Key creating a spectacle of dust rising and covering the sky at Miami. On April 11th, rescue teams quickly reached a windsurfing athlete in distress offshore. Cabo de Gata, located approximately 2.4 kilometers from the coast. Thick layers of snow have completely covered the route. Interstate 80 causing traffic congestion at Nevada County. fire crew from Orange County Fire Authority. They used the Cobra penetrating water jet device to control the situation. This technology allows water to be delivered directly into the battery compartment where the temperature is highest.
Alright guys, look at this. Look at this, bro. Oh my god. You got a 4x4 maybe?
The red car, it's like...
Yeah.
A tractor trailer collided with a signpost support structure on the road. Interstate 64 in Caseyville. Late on the night of April 8th, a steel reminder that the pre-driving checklist is not just for show.
Holy sh**.
Oh my God. More than a dozen ducklings have been rescued from a sewer drain at Hurrick on April 9th, thanks to the cooperation of the local electrical repair team. Spectacular. A massive column of ash has risen from the volcano's crater. Sakurajima. On April 11th, it created a truly spectacular natural spectacle. And you see, just a split second of reflexes can determine a person's safety. In your opinion, is reflexes or composure more important in this moment? No order number, but the delivery was still successful. Surprisingly, he got up immediately afterward without serious injuries. Survival is sometimes the result of very small missteps in timing. At night, you need not only bright lights, but also sharp eyes. Do you usually look behind you before getting out of a parked car? Now go check your roof. We value every single viewer. If you enjoyed this video, please show your appreciation with a super thanks. Have you ever witnessed this phenomenon?
Oh! Whoa! Call 199. Wow.
In the coastal town of Kitty Hawk, it's true that the sea not only brings beautiful scenery, but sometimes it also brings an overdose of salt.
Контроль разметки. Ограничение скорости 60 километров в час.
Tornado on the ground. Rope tornado on the ground.
West Liberty. It may look like a spinning rope in the air, but its power is anything but small. A reminder that nature sometimes sends the bill back even after the storm has passed. On snowy roads, saving a few seconds sometimes comes at the cost of many months of recovery. Interstate 70 near Loveland Ski Area during peak traffic. On the highway, a pothole can sometimes be more powerful than a speed limit sign. In Springfield, incidents like these highlight the role of emergency response systems in protecting communities and the environment. In Charlotte, sometimes a spectacular escape is also a survival skill on the highway. Taking a slow turn is often much cheaper than fixing a rollover. At Seamers Drive, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, when the weather is too hot, even the road wants to breathe a sigh of relief in its own way. Sometimes a rearview mirror isn't just for adjusting your hair, but it can also save your life. Do you think controlling your emotions while driving is just as important as driving skills?
有听到声音。
我把你看，
Slow down signs aren't just for decoration, but they're sometimes mistaken for roadside scenery. Have you ever witnessed a situation where a driver tried to run a yellow light, and what was the result? When everyone wants to go first, the result is usually everyone stays at a standstill. The streets are not a place to try your luck, not even for a few steps. Moanalua, Honolulu, Hawaii. On the highway, a few seconds of attention can be worth more than a brand new car. In your opinion, how severe should the penalties for using a phone while driving be? In Albuquerque, New Mexico, what do you think is a sufficient deterrent for dangerous driving while evading law enforcement? On the highway in Mesa, Arizona, do you think first aid and emergency response skills should be more widely taught to more people?
60.
There are some memorable afternoon naps, but surely no one wants to remember them this way. Sometimes a small incident is more effective than an alarm bell. In your opinion, are public awareness campaigns or harsh punishments more effective? A serious gas explosion rocked a residential area in Hayward, California, destroying many homes. There are situations where just a few minutes walk away can make a huge difference. A fireworks explosion rocked the Tatuapé neighborhood on November 13th in Sao Paulo. Fireworks are meant to bring joy, but when placed in the wrong location, they can create fear. Is this why some people say they don't want to choose this car brand?
No more. Yeah. That's all we got, buddy. No.
If you were there, what do you think you would do first? Ladies and gentlemen, this scene looks more like a neighborhood meeting without enough coffee than a real argument. I am not sure who won, but patience is usually the one writing the final report.
Milo, it's garlic bread. Yeah. Uh-oh. You licked it.
Wow, that worked out.
Pets always find a way to take part in family decisions, especially when dinner is involved.
That was a little delayed, bud.
Wow.
Cameras from Oklahoma Highway Patrol cars captured the entire incident. Despite significant material damage, the absence of casualties was considered a rare stroke of luck.
Here goes. Through the windows. He's gonna hit us next!
In the world of giant cruise ships, sometimes just a slight touch is enough to bring the entire voyage to a halt to check the map.
Lane number 3, Robert Heights, Auto Club Court, lane number 4. No matter. That thing came apart down there again. We've seen it down a couple of times. Funny because
Keeping a safe distance may sound simple. However, in that unexpected moment, it became the best decision of the week, right alongside checking your brakes on time. Sometimes just 1 second can make the difference between trouble and a safer ending. It really feels like a guardian angel was watching the timing very closely. Seeing the water bubbling like this, many people might think nature is boiling water for tea. But in reality, it's a reminder that there are always movements underground that we can't see. If you're on a tram and feel the vehicle shaking unusually as it goes through an intersection, what's your first instinct? A ship can be very powerful, but just one uncontrolled decision can turn it into a costly collision in seconds. Today, they stepped in before the bridge had to face a much more serious repair conversation. If you are watching from a small town, I would really enjoy hearing the name of it. River communities often learn the same familiar lesson again and again: water deserves respect. Securing boats early helps prevent small surprises from turning into more complicated situations. Who do you think will pay for these repairs? On Friday, April 3rd, heavy rain poured down on the city of Medellin. This is one of the major challenges faced by cities located in hilly terrain.
What's up? Oh!
A giant glowing orb suddenly appeared in the skies over the United States, leaving many onlookers bewildered. Can you explain it?
Get inside. Get inside. Holy. Yeah.
A vessel's load directly affects how it responds to steering. In regulated waterways, careful planning around weight and timing helps keep the journey steady and protects nearby infrastructure. Experienced sailors understand that narrow channels always require patience and clear spacing. Even routine support work becomes more sensitive when large vessels and smaller boats are operating close together. People who live near rivers and waterways understand one simple truth: water moves slowly but carries great strength. Sometimes science feels like a translator for nature's language. Things that once seemed mysterious become much clearer when we take the time to observe more closely. Experienced winter hikers understand that snow-covered slopes always require patience and respect. Keeping a safe distance helps make every trip much safer. Situations like these remind us why early prevention along river areas is always important.
Oh, well, boom, power's gone.
But I never saw it.
You gotta let the car go.
A serious collision occurred off the coast of East Yorkshire between the container ship Salong and the oil tanker Stena Immaculate. The sea is vast, but mistakes can still lead to collisions at any time. This situation demonstrates how risks can arise suddenly even when the observer is not directly involved in traffic. This time, luck was on his side. Experienced drivers understand one simple truth. Focus is the quiet companion that helps every trip stay routine instead of turning into an unexpected problem. In London, it seems the Fox has given Ferrari a 1-star rating. In northern Mexico, this is a clear example of the risks of transporting large animals in urban traffic environments.
So here we are in Midtown Camarillo. This is off our Neil, our setting up to tranquilize. Okay, so the meeting's over. Did you see the tail? He had just crossed the street. Did you see it? Did you see it cross the street? Joey?
A new resident, but completely unregistered. A mountain leopard has unexpectedly appeared in a residential area in Camarillo, California.
The white pickup has the mountain lion in the back. Hopefully we can see something.
Experienced homeowners understand one simple truth. Good habits protect property quietly and more reliably than any flashing security system warning light.
¿Quién me puede explicar qué significa este comportamiento?
Wow. A rare moment was captured in Puerto Carreno, Colombia, when a pigeon displayed caring behavior towards a cat. Construction zones rarely move aside for distracted drivers. That is why warning signs are large and bright, and hopefully drivers are looking at them instead of their phones.
This idiot is driving. Look at this.
It looks like the car in Ontario is automatically going stealth mode, but it's best not to try that. Oklahoma City, a small misstep that created a whole symphony of collisions. In your opinion, how should offenders be dealt with to prevent recurrence?
You can't eat that knob, squirrel. How funny. Mm-hmm. But I've been feeding them.
So we're walking up to a spot where Jansen is fishing.
Dad, look at the mallard. Maybe pushing my limits.
Boys, wait, there's a bear right there.
In places like Gatlinburg, wildlife sometimes appears closer than we expect. Keeping a respectful distance usually helps them continue their journey without curiosity turning into trouble.
Stop.
Easter Monday traditions like this remind us that celebrations do not need a large stage. Sometimes laughter, water, and neighbors together are more than enough.
It's actually really sad.
Somebody better be ready to
As neighborhoods expand closer to forest edges, encounters like this become more common, ladies and gentlemen. Respecting natural travel paths helps both residents and wildlife stay safe. When the height calculation was wrong in a rather noisy way, a curve that doesn't forgive haste. In your opinion, is speed or handling skill the deciding factor when a car starts to skid? Environments with compressed air and fuel always require extra caution. Staying alert and moving away from the area quickly can protect more people than we often realize. When situations remain under control, it usually means people have avoided a very long conversation with insurance afterward. A hitchhiker acting all too naturally as if it were a business class seat. In the tourist town St. Lucia, this rare sight caused cars and tourists to stop creating a very unusual traffic jam. A stroll through Paris without a map. Who do you think was the one surprised in this situation? Oh, traffic patrol team. But their main job is escorting cows across the road. Cloud formations moving this quickly often signal strong air currents shifting overhead, ladies and gentlemen. Watching them reminds us how quickly weather conditions can change after nightfall.
Oh my God. These cars are flying through here.
Even experienced drivers slow down when Mother Nature changes the schedule. Careful decisions in bad weather often protect more than we realize. Failing to engage the parking brake when stopping on a slope is one of the common causes of accidental vehicle rollovers. Perhaps that phone call contained a very fascinating story. The car seems to be working in shifts.
Oh, I don't believe that.
In Avonmouth, enter August 25th. Do you think dash cams should become mandatory equipment on all vehicles? Who would have thought that trip would turn into a windshield durability test? Incidents involving trucks on highways rarely end with a simple report. Situations like this remind us that keeping a steady distance helps traffic flow more smoothly and keeps conversations with insurance shorter.
Give me a minute, I'll be back with you.
Whoa!
Dude.
And I speak English, but...
You know you could have killed me if I was getting in my car, right? I'd have been dead right now.
What a shame! In such harsh weather conditions at Tucson, suddenly a utility pole fell down in the middle of the road, all clearly captured by a dash cam. At the intersection of Magazine and Felicity, New Orleans, the building failed the 200-year durability test.
Yeah. And it fell on the power line, so be careful. Right a little bit down, I'm not even sure.
Pressure buildup in wastewater treatment systems can cause explosions if pipes are clogged or not regularly maintained.
Impactful people. So I don't know what to do next. Because we've been in the Sermon on the Mount with Jesus teaching, I don't think we jump into like Luke or something, or one of the Gospel, but we only have Matthew and Luke.
This bioluminescence helps them communicate, distract predators, and survive in places where sunlight never reaches. More than 25 consecutive jumps off the coast of Rancho Palos Verdes, this whale seemed to organize its own private performance. Once again, Mother Nature showed she is still the greatest director out on the ocean. Easter Sunday mornings are usually for a quiet cup of coffee and a phone call with family. But this shop received what you might call a drive-through wall renovation service. Proof that even an ordinary day can bring a very big surprise. This is exactly why many modern stores install protective bollards out front. They quietly stand between everyday traffic and the kind of expensive surprises insurance companies would rather not discuss twice. Moments like this remind us that firefighting takes patience even after the flames begin to fade. Somewhere it feels like a guardian angel was still on the late shift that day. Our viewers come from many different places. Which part of the country are you watching from today? It seems the truck's braking system had to work harder than expected that day. Thankfully, timely braking often makes the difference between a surprise moment and a repair file. It almost feels like this classic car volunteered to carry Easter wishes along Oceanfront Walk. Sometimes celebrations travel on 4 wheels instead of greeting cards.
这个桥比较的低啊，导致船体啊撞上了大桥，瞬间，原本是系在岸边的哈，可能是水流太大了，把绳子给挣脱掉了，然后船体就下来了。
The larger a ship, the longer its stopping time, and sometimes the dock becomes an impromptu break.
Olha aí a balsa que vem muito ó. Eu acho que eles querem bater um no outro, ó. Falei, ó.
Where 2 rivers meet, not only does the water flow more strongly, but the risks also converge.
That's right, girl. That's right, girl. That's right, girl. Yeah, girl.
Moments like this remind us why live ceremonies at stadiums always feel special. One singer, one flyover, and perfect timing came together to create a lasting memory.
Following that, we have Angelica Aguilera and Mason Nelson. A mile closer. Next, we have Melanie Ray Soto.
At least he's pumped up. It looks like he's pumped up to go. I'm like, all right, I'll take that.
Railroad signals can become familiar after many years of driving. However, ignoring them often leads to a very serious conversation afterward with both authorities and insurance.
Park it anywhere! Stand in front of that guy!
In a world where so many people are looking down at their phones, someone still noticed an elderly neighbor nearby and stepped in to help. That is the kind of neighborhood upgrade people appreciate even more than faster Wi-Fi. Have you ever witnessed something like this in real life? I am always curious how people watch these videos. Are you watching today on a TV, a tablet, or your phone? Which feeling stayed with you the longest after this moment? The ocean can look calm one moment and then suddenly turn a little playful the next.
See, this is the best spot. That's why I'm here. Well, Big Red just...
In your opinion, which detail here might many people easily miss?
There's another boat that just flipped.
With 3 Americans and 1 Canadian on board, Artemis II is not only carrying astronauts, it is also carrying a reminder that exploration continues to bring nations together under the same sky.
Good roll pitch. Roger, roll pitch.
О, Рожик, опа, офигеть, это уже с маслом.
Situations like this remind us that equipment issues can escalate very quickly. Strong safety systems and well-trained teams make a critical difference. Experienced technicians always handle fuel with great care. Simple habits like proper grounding and following procedures correctly can make an important difference.
Here you go, boss. Hey, boss. Hey, power line, some power line's gonna go.
Scenes like this show just how important experience and training really are. When every second becomes valuable preparation makes a lasting difference.
He's the only burn victim that we have? Okay, copy that. Can you help me? I don't know. I think all the way to the street, all the way to the street. Sir, stay. No, all the way to the street.
Get your jacket off. You're good.
Experienced homeowners learn one thing early. Large trees grow faster than we expect when they are close to power lines. Planning ahead helps prevent bigger surprises later.
Copy 1080, southbound.
Videos like these are not only meant to surprise us, they also help us understand how small decisions can change outcomes in unexpected situations. Where are you watching this video from today, your city or your country? Leave a comment below so we can say hello to you in the next video.